Well, hello guys, welcome back. So tomorrow's going to be Easter, and it brings up a good topic. Now, I've seen everybody from Ann Landers to everyone else cover this, but Odin's the one that reminded me of it. It is perfectly okay to turn down invitations to church, to dinner, or to anywhere else, especially if you know it's going to be an environment where there's that one person. Now, some people would say, well, that's not fair. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to see my family. No, they don't see their family the rest of the year, but suddenly it's real important. I'm just going to go. And they're going to go, and they're going to be miserable. It's okay to say, well, Aunt Gertrude really hates me and is always cornering me and always needling me. I don't need to see her on a holiday. It's perfectly fine to decline the invitation and say, but if you like, I will go together with you for coffee or something else. And a lot of times families only get together because they feel obligated to get together. So your family members probably going to be like, one less person to deal with. So they're probably going to be fine. And if they're not family, if they're friends, they're probably going to be fine too. Especially if you're just like at one friend, all the other friends are like, why are you friends with them? They'll be relieved because there won't be the pressure of these people that really don't like each other, and they got to be pretty oblivious if they can't feel that the guests are just kind of looking at each other. And you'll be relieved because you won't be with people that really don't like you. And it's okay to do that. Now, the problem with adults is that unlike children, they're not honest, and you have to be able to read body language with adults, and you have to be able to read inflection in the voice. The one woman I know will probably be there, and they don't tell everybody else who's going to be there until it's too late, which is socially awkward because you might get there with something for them, and there might be 5 people there, and why don't you have something for them? Well, nobody told you. And I thought, well, it's this one woman that I know will probably be there. She's always needling people. Always needling people. What are you doing? Where are you going? It's like, I know this woman's married. Why does she need to be invited to some random friend's house for every holiday? I've seen her sitting on her, porch with her husband. I'm like, well, that's kind of weird. And the other one, the son, he's okay. If it would just be him, he's okay. He's not friendly, and he clearly doesn't like anyone, but he doesn't like anyone. He feels that way towards his dad. He feels that way towards the woman whose house he's in. Feels that way towards me. But then once he realizes that he doesn't like you, he's actually kind of friendly because he's like, oh, it's okay, I don't like you. I'm like, yeah, I don't like you either. I'm just here for the food, man. Uh, we kind of have that kind of unspoken agreement. But with the woman, she's got to be really aggressive and she's got to always be in charge. And those people just, I don't like them. And if it means giving up a meal and time with my friends to avoid them, I actually will. Because Odin said, look, if your friends really truly wanted to have dinner or lunch or something with you, and they can tell you can't get along, because they have to be pretty oblivious if they can't, because a good host job is to make sure all the guests are having a good time, not this guest is off in the corner really quiet and miserable because all the other guests are kind of rude and aggressive. He said, if they really wanted to see you, if they really had to see you and you were such good friends, you would get invitations other times of the year. You would get invitations, hey, it's Saturday night, we made some pasta, why don't you come up? You would get invitations other times of the year. And he said the last time you were there, they treated you very rudely and you were having a major problem and you wanted to talk to someone through it. And he said they weren't there for you. They were actually asking you to leave with your problem so they could talk to their other friend. He says, no, you're not going. So I'm actually relieved. Odin took the decision out of my hands, and Odin's like, no, you're not going, because if they're that rude, and, they can be generous and nice at times, but if they don't want to deal with you, and they want to go off and have fun with their other friends, they don't have time to listen to an important problem. He says, no, they're not your actual friends. It was like they were actually agitated. I was trying to share something difficult that was going on in my life with them. So it's like, no, you're not going. I'm not letting you go. There you go. So I'm actually feeling a lot better. I do get a lot of problems this time of year. My allergies act up, and my allergy medicine stops working. And the heat in Pennsylvania, one day it's 81, the next day it's 54. You don't know where to put the heat or have the AC on or put the fan on or what you should be doing. So like even though it's like in the 60s today, my house was, the heat was on, so now it's too hot, so now I got the fan on. So great times, great times. It'll eventually, it's gonna even out to blazing hot. We had a spring kind of for the first time in, oh, I'd say about a decade this year, so that was merciful. But it's April and it's already in the 80s some days, so yeah, it's gonna be a hot, miserable summer. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and remember, you don't have to feel obligated. If your family really loves you and your friends really love you, they'll understand that if you say, I don't feel comfortable coming to this, but I can meet you some other time. They'll understand. And if they don't understand, well, that's their loss. Because you don't have to put yourself in an environment where people are going to pick on you. Obviously, with Ann Landers, it's like, oh, this one person doesn't like me because of my religion, or maybe they pick on you because of your sexuality, or maybe they pick on you because they don't like the color of your eyes. It doesn't matter. You don't have to put yourself in that situation. And if the person who's inviting you really cares about you, you can just say, this is why I'm not coming, and I'm not blaming you because I know you want to spend time with them for whatever reason they have, but I don't want to come. I don't want to come. And just tell them I will spend time with you before or after the holiday, whenever you two can get together, but you're just not going to put yourself through that. And never let anybody make you feel that you have to go above and beyond just to make them happy. That person's always going to not like you. You know that. Life is not a Disney film. The bad guy in your life is not going to instantly like you because their eyes were open with a musical number. They're going to be mean their whole life. Some people are just mean their whole life, and if you don't want to be around one of them, that's perfectly fine. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.